A campaign manager is interested in determining the average age of voters in the state of New York. The average age, if it were possible to determine, would be an example of either A, a sample, B, a statistic, C, a population, or D, a parameter. Well, in this case, we are not dealing with a population. The reason being is we're not talking about a group. We're not talking about a group that is a subset, so it's not a sample. We're also not talking about the entire group. Instead, we're talking about something that is a property or a measurement of that group. So the average age of voters in the state of New York, the average age, if it were possible to determine, is going to be an example of D, a parameter. The reason being is that parameters describe populations. And because there's no mention here of a sample, there's no mention of focusing on a subset of the population or a small group of people that does not include everybody. Instead, we're talking about the voters of New York. So just in very general terms, we're talking about the voters of New York, the average age of all of those voters. If it were possible to determine, that would be a parameter. It's something that describes the population. A statistic would be the right answer only if we were dealing with a sample, but we're not. So our answer here is D.